And good morning, everybody. I'm your host, KushanGaming, and welcome to Command Modern Operations. Today, I am going to be streaming the upcoming Command Live scenario, Broken Shield 300. I don't know why it's issue with the menus there. Anyways, going to be streaming Operation Broken Shield 300. I am not going to be reading the scenario description today. It is a long and very in-depth description, but I will be reading the scenario briefing. Good morning, Stardagger. Morning, Pack. Morning, Jaculus. Duty calls, Avard. Welcome. So we're going to be playing as Israel today. Avard, we are not going to be nuked today. At least I don't think so. We shouldn't be. Anyways, we're going to be playing as Israel today. Briefing room at the IDF's Operations Center, quote-unquote, the Pit. Kira Base, Tel Aviv, 0800 local, 13th February of 2020. Commander, your shift as head of the Pit is about to begin, and we have prepared short briefing for you in order to get you up to speed. As you already know, the situation last night was very much severe than the picture presented at the press briefing. S-300 opening fire to defend Iranian advanced weapons in Syria was a red line that was crossed, and we were prepared to respond appropriately. At 0410, just 45 minutes after the Syrian S-300 engaged our F-16s, we were ready to initiate Operation Might, with 18 fighters already rolling on the tarmacs, when instead of the code word authorizing the strikes, we got orders to stand down. We were later informed that Russia actually knew about the pre-planned Operation Might, and shortly after we started the preparations for it, President Putin called Prime Minister and convinced him to call off the strike in order to leave the door open for a diplomatic solution. After the press briefing at 0700, the Prime Minister boarded the standing by Air Force Boeing 767 and headed for Moscow to personally take part in the urgent meeting hosted by the President of Russia. The plane took off just 15 minutes ago at 0745. The political leadership believes that we were ignoring the problem long enough, and that if we let this one go again, it will only reinforce Iran's influence in the region. Further down the road, the Syrian IADS will keep improving, meaning that we decide to perform preemptive strike in the future, it will only lead to a lot more casualties for our side. Since from the start, most of the cabinet is skeptical about any positive outcome from the talks in Moscow, and time is of the essence, we have received secret orders to prepare ourselves for the worst possible scenario. Should the talks indeed fail, which can be expected at any moment, but unlikely before 1600 local time, the IAF is to conduct an operation aimed at the destruction of the S-300 positions around Damascus, as many Iranian facilities as possible, located also there and around T4, where the S-300 is not yet operational. Our orders are to prepare and possibly execute Operation Codename Broken Shield 300. The command authorizing the strikes, should necessity rise, will be given directly by the Prime Minister. The code word giving authorization is David Spear. Because of the political ramifications following such an escalation, the operation must be concluded within 8 hours from the authorizing order. After that, the UN Security Council will most likely try to force us to stop the strikes. Even if we ignore them, according to our intelligence, by that time Russia will have enough reinforcements deployed at Kaimim in order to intervene itself and attempt to impose a no-fly zone. Besides, we are almost sure that Hezbollah will not stay put in all of this, and a significant part of the IF will be redirected to counter them. Alright. The expected opposing Syrian forces include 2 or 3 S-300 PMU-2, SA-20B batteries with 4 tails each, unknown as of yet, probably significant number of Buck SA-17s, SA-6s, OSA SA-8s, and Pantsir SA-22 air defense systems, as well as some older SA-2s, SA-3s, and SA-5s. During the last months, Russian officers were teaching their Syrian colleagues not only how to operate the S-300, but also how to employ the Russian A2D2 strategy. Our intelligence reports that Russia planned to test its IADS doctrine in Syria and established modern IADS network connecting most of the SAM sites in real time. As of right now, we don't know how close it is to being operational. But recovered earlier documents suggest that when finished, there are supposed to be 5 self-sufficient systems, Damascus, Northeast, Southwest, and T4, integrated together under one command stationed on mobile sector control vehicle, making it almost impossible for us to locate. Mossad promised to do their best and get us up-to-date information on the current state of the IADS network. We can only hope that they will be able to give us something before the potential attack order from the Prime Minister. Since the Syrian Air Defense Force is on high alert, after getting informed we are preparing to execute Operation Might and expecting an attack, they undoubtedly, under Russian supervision, were relocating their assets in order to confuse our intelligence. The exact positions of the S-300 battalions and the other mobile systems are not known as of this moment. The latest satellite images showed that all known S-300 and Bach SAM sites were empty, meaning they relocated to unknown positions during the last few hours. Such development, of course, means that our old operational plan for Operation Might is out the window, and we are back to square one. The most important part of our preparation now will actually be our efforts to locate the missing SAMs and map the current IADS network. Almost done. Also, in the past weeks, we have detected increased activity on part of the Syrian Air Force, so we can't dismiss the possibility that they will also engage us should we receive the order to act. Even more concerning, however, are the reports suggesting that some amount of advanced short-range ballistic missiles from the recent shipments did make it into Syria and can be used as retaliation against our strikes by targeting the northern air bases. Mossad assured us it's digging into the matter, but the aero batteries are already on full alert. Luckily for us, the U.S. THAAD battery is also still here from the ongoing exercises, and it's integrated into our air defense system. As Prime Minister Netanyahu, please forgive my butchering of the name, promised that the IDF will not perform any strikes or provocative actions before or during the conference in Moscow. We have strict orders not to violate Syrian airspace or attack any targets there. Because of the political de-escalation as of right now, the IAF is no longer on high alert, so a big part of the personnel is off the bases, and we are quite limited in the amount of assets available. Should the situation change, additional assets will be mobilized and transferred under your command. For now, we are free to conduct planned exercises, quote-unquote, in our own airspace, as well as an international one, which should help us pinpoint the Syrian SAM positions at least to some extent. We should also aim to restrain ourselves from violating the borders of Lebanon and Jordan in the hours before the actual attack, mainly to avoid alerting Syrian air defenses. Meanwhile, we are to keep our eye on Gaza and Lebanon as part of our routine operations. There are few ops going on in those regions, and we'll be informed by the local commanders if our assistance will be required. On a positive note, about 2 hours ago, the U.S. approved our urgent request for munitions transfer from War Reserve stockpile ammunition Israel, and thanks to that, we now have HARM missiles on top of additional SDBs being delivered to our operational units. Looks like the secret training program on HARM employment in the U.S. was good. Callback in the day, as we might actually need them. That doesn't quite sound right to me. Last but not least, we are strictly instructed to comply with no-fly zone around Latakia and Tartus. Since the Russian forces are also on their toes, any form of violation of the zone might lead to grave consequences. As usual, we must strike for a maximum effect and a minimum casualties. Good luck. Phew! It's a long scenario briefing. You guys can see now why I wasn't going to read the scenario description. Please enable the author's notes. Please enable the pop-up window for special messages. The scenario is heavily dependent on them, and vital information might be missed if they are disabled. Most of the actions happen later during the scenario, so the first half can be sped up or used for some detailed planning, familiarizing with the newest IAF equipment that comes into action. And let's check chat real quick here. Avar, no, we do not have any U2s available to us in this scenario that I can lose recklessly by bringing them down to 10,000 feet and having them shot down by AA. I do not know when this will be up for pre-order. Most of the live scenarios just go live. They don't typically do a pre-order. And I just want to... Uh-oh. I don't want to click that. I'll read that in a second. I wanted to make sure that I actually have... Okay, I do have pop-ups. Okay. Commander, welcome to the control room. Grab some coffee, as it appears that this will be one of the really long days. The briefing already got you up to speed with the current situation, and there is nothing new to report at this moment. We have a satellite that will make a pass over Syria in about 50 minutes. You can use the time till then to check out the currently available IAF assets. Alright. Same message. Make sure I don't... Okay. Huh. I wonder why that's not full screen. That's interesting. Alright, well... Not gonna mess with it. Alright, so, as it said, we can just go ahead and hit play while we're looking at our assets here. So we have some F-16s at Avda, armed with laser-guided bombs. Ramon. Some more F-16s, some reserve F-16s, lots of unavailable maintenance for right now. From the sound of our briefing, some of these should get transferred to us as the scenario goes on. And we have some Apaches, 2 ready to go, and a couple more in reserve. And second squadron of Apache A's, with, again, 2 ready to go and 2 on reserve. Hazarim. M346 Master. Oh, it's a trainer. That's interesting. Don't normally see trainer jets active in a scenario. More F-16s, some armed for air-to-air. Some S-70 Blackhawks, some Eagles ready to go. Mainly in the strike role, again 2 in reserve. What I'm actually looking for, though... Okay, we do have Lightnings available. 2 in reserve, the rest under maintenance for right now. And this is what I was looking for. Let's get an AEW up. And let's get one of our Special Electronic Mission Aircraft up as well. Hercules, tanker roll. I'm going to go and arm ready my second one for the tanker. We'll just get that rolling just in case it's needed. 707 tankers, might as well ready. the two that we have in reserve. Hatzor, more F-16s. Let's zoom in here. Tilnoff. F-15As. Let's get... We do have some Heron UAVs. What's the Spike ER? Oh. Tandem shape. What's a tandem shaped charge? I'm gonna go and ready those for surveillance, though. More F-15, some Sea Stallions. And Palmakin, more UAVs set for area surveillance. Tel Aviv, nothing ready to go here. Super King Air 200s. Far to the north, Ramat David Air Base. More F-16s. Gonna be a lot of F-16s in this scenario. Yep, lots of no-fly zones right now, although I do expect this to change as the scenario goes on. So we shouldn't violate Lebanon's airspace. So it doesn't really say what their airspace is, though. So just farther north, I'm going to go and set up an AEW mission. Just get them flying north for right now. Oh. I guess I deselected it. Okay, so we have two Gulfstream G550s. One is an AEW aircraft. The other is what they call special electronic mission aircraft, which, according to the game, is an airborne early warning. That's not really the case. It's more equivalent to like an RC-135. So we're going to send that just over northern Israel. And then hopefully we can use electronic systems on the other AEW G550 to kind of triangulate any SAMs. Yes, we are going to be off Beirut, but hopefully we're not actually inside of their airspace. Just call offshore. Oh. Apparently we have other reference points selected. No one third rule. Turn on our radars. Signed a mission. AEW. Okay. Let's move it south a little bit more. Oh. Commander, we just received report from Assad. Their sources can confirm that at least 2 of the 5 mentioned parts of the Syrian IADS network are finished and fully operational: Damascus North and Damascus East. More updates to follow as they are trying to get information about the S-300 deployment locations. It is also confirmed that there are Iranian UAVs in the T-4 hangars. Taking those out will also be part of our objectives. Let's go Damascus Airport, Iranian ammo shelters, Iranian manufacturing facility, Iranian base. Where is T4? SAM group. Radars. I actually don't know where T4 is at. Alright, let's go to 5x here. Speed things up. Set up a second support mission. Just call it ELINT. There we go. Starting to get some mobile locations now. Identified those as SA-20s. That was quick. Oh, there's T4. See, contact. That's an either probably SA-22. So that was quick. Confirming up locations. Let's see, there's T4. Alright, so we do have some hangars over here that we have to hit. Also some other Iranian targets in the area. Alright, so we definitely need to avoid the no-fly zone up towards Latakia. Ooh, getting another mobile. That would probably be the Russian SA-21 battery. It's probably up here. Alright, what else are we finding here? SA-22, SA-20, more SA-20s. Those are going to be fun. Another SAM. SA 22. Yep. So maybe what I'll do is move the Elent farther. Oh, nope, 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 that crosses the border. You know, the one thing I wish is I wish the borders would show up when you zoomed in. They seem to be disappearing. Alright, I think that's in my airspace. Yep. And move my AEW farther north. You're not getting any sound because I muted my mic while I took a drink. Well, we pretty much hardened the locations, pretty much all the sand batteries now. Probably good enough to fire on if we had to. Where's our G550 going? Why? No, no, your mission's not over. Why? Oh, no, continuous loop. Oops. That was dumb. Assigned to AEW. Make sure I didn't do the same thing with my ELIT mission. Continuous loop. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, we got a tunnel. Alright, let's go to fire speed here. Should be getting a satellite pass. Oh! There we go. Commander, we just got one of our satellites over the target area. The analysis from the intelligence department came up with a list of possible locations where the Syrians can deploy their SAMs based on the construction works that we have detected during the last few months. Pretty sure I already know most of those SAMs locations now. As we cannot check the whole very long list of singles in a single satellite pass, we will have to check different parts of each satellite pass. Have to check different parts on each satellite pass, starting with the most likely positions. Spelling mistake there. If we spot something on one of those, we will send you the confirmed locations as soon as possible. So, what did we find? Doesn't look like we spotted anything too new. A couple of mobile stations. Alright, let's go back. Alright, got another message. Commander, we were ordered to take out those tunnels immediately. The potential threat assessment declared them highly dangerous considering the current situation, with possible hostilities just around the corner. Okay. So we can go down to 2 speed now. So a couple tunnels. What do we have close by? A couple of F-16s with paveways. That should do it. Any other tunnels? Nope. Oh, looks like we firmed up all the position of the Russian AD. Other than that SA-21. Good enough probability to shoot on, though. If we had to. Not that we're looking to start shooting at the Russians or anything. Alright, F-16s are up. Send them north. Okay, a couple of tunnels versus some paveway 3s. My bet's on the paveway 3s. Although it does, according to this, has 1,200 damage points, so... just go ahead and drop all 4 of our paveways on the target. And bombs away. Nope, don't RTB yet. Alright, target destroyed. Now you can RTB. It's the Python 5. Python 5, short range air-to-air missile. Okay, that's what I thought. Morning, Moose. So there's 1 target down. Not that destroying the tunnel was very hard. Moose, haven't really done anything yet. If you're asking if I've had one of my air bases hit by ballistic missiles and nukes, the answer is no. But the day is still early. Due to a Reese, I think it was just popped up as part of an event. Nope, I don't even have a carrier. So that's one good thing. I'm not going to lose a carrier today. Any chance you get to shoot down an SA-5 in this mission? I'll probably be shot down by an SA-5. You're asking for civil and Twitch chat unknown? Oh. Something I did forget to do. Need to make sure my ELINT and AEW are on later. So my Gulfstream has 15 and a half hours on station. So if need be, should get me through most of this scenario. You know what we really need in Command? We need Transformers in Command, Stardagger. Then we could really turn Command into Saturday morning cartoons. Navy TC, I mean, it happens. Not every scenario gets, things going on 100% of the time. I don't really want to go above 15 TC though. It does have a really good researched or order of battle for Israel though. Planning? Preparation? Me. Oh, somebody must be new here. I just prefer to wing it. Alright, second Mossad message. Commander, we just received another report from Mossad. They believe that the S-300 battery deployed in the T4 area is now operational as well. That means all three S-300 batteries are combat ready. They are definitely bad news considering that we have targets to take out in the area, and going through the S-300 will require a lot more assets than initially anticipated. I could be playing a ASW scenario. 95% pure boredom with 5% pure terror. Should try the 8 Heron TV with the Ace. Okay. The scenario designer is suggesting I do something. Now I just gotta remember what airbase it's at. That's not the one I was looking for. There we go. We'll launch. Let's go to 5. Alright, UAV is up. Plot course north. something I didn't look on. Sensors, ELAN, SIGINT. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it would have any active sensors. Now there's an SA-22 we haven't quite defined yet. Although my guess it's probably in about the area where it's actually shown. Man, they have a lot of SA-22s. Ooh, more mobile. What are we picking up? New ground contact. Looks like our UAV's radar is picking up stuff. Simple rule of thumb is longer range air to air missiles are better. Ooh, lots of ground targets. No Navy TC. If I had a U2, I'd probably lose it to AAA fire by flying it at 10,000 feet. Alright, let's go back up to 15. That's kind of the thing, is that most units can just pretty much fly at any altitude in Command Navy TC. I don't think like terrain following radar actually does much right now. At least not that I've ever noticed. Primark, you should have. Well, I guess you could have used that with the relief layer before. Not really a big fan of the LOS tool. I find it's really more of a system hog than anything else that I find useful. Just out of curiosity, nothing else to do. Let's go look at our reserve aircraft. Problem is that I don't. The problem that I have in this one is I don't know what I'm actually going to need. Oh, another special message. Commander, we have inserted special force team into Gaza on a reconnaissance mission. Shouldn't that say on a reconnaissance mission? This will be searching for a senior Hamas leader who, at least according to latest reports, is responsible for the terror attacks 2 weeks ago and planning at least one more. Considering the latest intelligence reports, there is a high chance of locating him very soon. Amon, the director of military intelligence, suggests that we get a fighter airborne, as this is expected to be a time-sensitive target. If capturing him proves to be unviable option due to the high security, we are to take him out with an airstrike. Okay. So what do we have ready to go? What's the Delilah? So I think SDBs seem like overkill, so let's go with our JDAMs. Launch them as a group. Unless there's somebody else. No, they've got JDAMs as well. What's our F-15s? SDBs. SDBs seem like overkill. We want to save the SDBs for standoff if... Yeah, we'll just go with that. Pause real quick here. Where's our border at? About there. And yeah, I could assign this to a mission, but I'm going to be lazy. Okay, fighters are up. Hot course, over Gaza. When they get onto station, go to later. Navy TC, if this was a different scenario, I might provide cover for my ELINT and AEW, but to be honest, I'm not that concerned about it. I'm probably going to see anything coming in, at least on my AEW platform, long before it gets within missile range. And we are talking about the Syrian Air Force here. Commander, we just got one of our satellites over target area. The analysis from the intelligence department came up with a list of possible locations where the Syrians can deploy their SAMs based on construction works we have detected over the last couple months. Okay, so same message we got before. I'm just not worried about losing my AEW at all. Navy TC. I tend to go the opposite way, Star Dagger. I tend to tailor it for the situation. I mean, I'm no matter what I do, I'm technically inside the SA-20's engagement envelope. Oh, there's the satellite pass. All right. All right. F-16s are now on station over Gaza. And back to 15. Yeah, the problem I have with fire speed is that's how I lost a carrier. As I go to fire speed. This starts dropping frame those guys, let me know. Just because I am going quite a bit fast here. And I want to get another UAV up. Launch one more. Alright, second UAV is taking off. Well, taxing to take off now. And taking off. So this one gets to go north. Go and turn on surveillance radar. I was doing that before the stream, Primark. I've actually been reworking most of the Lewis scripts for my Eldorado Canyon scenario. With Apache's permission, I've incorporated his search and rescue and down pilot scripts. It's going. It's basically done until I decided I wanted to rework some of the scripts. Mainly as a Lua challenge to myself. I've because that scenario took so long for me to actually make because I hit so many brick walls with it. You can definitely tell scripts that I wrote early on versus scripts that I know now. And looking through Apache's codes or scripts for the rebuilt scenarios that came with CMO gave me some better ideas to do things. But that's not really primarily what I've been working on. I was messing around with some Iran scenarios this week. and a couple of other things that I'm not quite ready to talk about yet. Stardecker, people don't watch me for my correct pronunciations of things. Something else I also figured out about El Dorado Canyon is the imports that come with command, I think, are actually of the wrong targets. I know at least the Aziza barracks in Tripoli is of the wrong location, and I think the Benghazi military barracks and the City Bailao Naval Training Center are also in the wrong spots. So I spent some time updating those for El Dorado Canyon 2. Oh yeah, Stardagger. I've held what scenario? The Broken Shield or El Dorado Canyon? El Dorado Canyon's out for testing. I've got a thread on it on the forums. It's kind of funny with as much time as I put into it, Primark, I never realized that they were off. Almost 4 years into it. But I'm really trying not to get dragged down into the hey, let's keep redoing a scenario over and over and not being done with it. Yeah, Star Dagger, that's a big part of it for me, is just I figure I was tried to so hard to represent it accurately that I felt I kind of had to redo that. That is true. Something that's kind of been biting me the. Oh, got a message. Commander, the senior Hamas leader has been located. He is in a building and holding a planning meeting, likely about the other planned terror attack on our soil. The area is highly guarded, so capturing him is not an option. Amon reported that the building should be empty of civilians, so we are to strike immediately. Weapons release is authorized. The team is on the ground. Will perform BDA and exfil shortly after. Where's. I don't know if that fired correctly. Let's run it for a couple seconds here. I don't think that one fired right. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Okay. Pause. I know it's outside of bore sight limit. It's not going to be out of bore sight limit for long. And bombs away. And they can go RTB. No point in keeping them on station. Okay, so 4 bombs was probably a little much. And let's go speed it up again. KushanGaming, Chiefs or 49ers? I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. Note the only correct answer to that question, Stardagger, is the Chiefs. Considering that the 49ers beat my Packers, I would like nothing more than for them to get to the Super Bowl and then fall flat on their face. Stardagger, I am not in California. I am on the West Coast, but I'm not in California. Um, Oregon is Northern California. So what's Washington then? Northern California? And Washington, Silicon Valley North. Well, there is some truth to that. BC is Hollywood North. Alaska as well. Alaska. Can you consider Alaska the West Coast though? I think we can go back to fire speed. Oh, wait, where's our satellite at? Should get another satellite pass here shortly. Commander, we were just informed that the Boeing 767 with the Prime Minister... I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because I know I'm going to butcher it. Landed in Moscow a few minutes ago. He will be welcomed by President Putin and Ambassador Koran at the airport. The meeting in the Kremlin should begin within an hour. I think that should be in the Kremlin. And should get another satellite pass. Maybe now, but that may be just a little out of range to trigger it. Oh, there we go. Satellite pass. Well, pretty much confirmed the locations of most of the sand batteries. Couple that we don't know yet. A chairback radar. Part of the 9K317 Buck M2 SA-17 system. Man, another SA-22. SA-22, chairback. SA-22. There's the SA-17. That's an S-20. SA-20, sorry. Commander, Ambassador Koran just passed a message that President Rouhani will not be taking part in the meeting in the Kremlin. There will be health concerns preventing him from traveling to Moscow. That is already a bad sign, but we can still hope that some kind of agreement with Syria can be reached there. I mean, we know it's not going to go good. Although, if Sharana really wanted to throw people for a loop, there would be, like, a small, like, very small chance that something would come out of that event chain. And basically you play the scenario for, say 6 hours, and then, oh, yep, we have an agreement, RTB everything back to base. Scenario done. And we got another satellite pass. Findle... There probably is. What you could do is, instead of having the satellites on the player side, you could say have them on a side called satellite. And, well, I don't know if you could delay it. Well, so maybe you would need maybe two sides at least. So you'd have the player side and, say, a side called satellite. The satellite side wouldn't necessarily be allied with the player side. And then you could have an event that would randomly ally it with So it would ally for a quick second, you would get a quick peek of everything, and then it would unally the satellites, so then you would lose that immediate. Anyways, we got a message. Commander, the meeting in the Kremlin just started. The cabinet or our embassy in Russia will be passing us updates when new information is available. Sharana, I know 2 people in the forum that would like it, but the rest will want to find me. I mean, that's a very simple way to do it, Findle, but there's probably a more elegant way. You should really add that, though, Sharana. Like, I mean, it could be a really small chance, like a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000. Just a really super small, slight chance. Alright, let's give orders to our other UAV. Trying to actually obey my rules of engagement and not... just actually send this to the ELINT mission. That's probably the better way to do that. The good news is that my other UAV isn't finding anything much... Yeah, pretty much not finding anything else to the north. So what I'm going to do is just take it off that mission and assign it just to the AEW mission. And another satellite pass. Which one's that one? That's... Commander, we just received information about the S-300 locations. According to Mossad, the S-300 systems are deployed in the Damascus area north, Damascus east, and T4. Which I think we probably already knew from our ELINT, but nice to have that confirmed. I don't think most spy sats are geosync. Communication satellites are generally in geosync, but I don't think spy sats usually are. Israel Special Forces. Commander, we just received urgent requests from Amman to extract their team in Gaza. They were discovered on their way back and had to open fire. As a result, they have wounded and are stranded behind enemy lines under heavy fire. Combat search and rescue team from Unit 669 is standing by in Tel Naf. In order to successfully extract stranded personnel, a helicopter from Unit 669 is needed in hover mode and on minimum altitude just above the target. Okay, so let's slow that down. Tel Naf is right there. So what do we have? We have a Sea Stallion, so that's the one we're going to be sending. But we should probably provide some air cover. And I know I had some Apaches around here somewhere. I just got to remember what base they're at. Okay, easier way to do this. Order of battle. Units. Okay. I know I have Apaches around here. F-16s. Hermes, S-70s, till enough. Oh, they're probably down here. There they are. Okay. Okay, so 2 Apaches to cover the rescue helicopter. I knew they were down here somewhere. Stardecker, it's 11:30 in the morning. It's not early. Alright, so there's our Special Forces team. Make no assurances before noon. It's still relatively early in Hawaii. Just waiting for our helos to take off here. So first things first, let's get Apaches heading in. And I'll send the Sea Stallion just a little ways out. What's interesting is it doesn't say if this event is timed or not. Looks like they'll get there about the same time. Let's reroute the Sea Stallion just a little bit. Want the Apaches to go in first. Yeah, I didn't think they had offensive ECM, but was worth checking. Tom, there was a new patch that came out this week that had a DB update to it. All right, send the Apaches in first. Just to make sure nothing bad's in the area. Okay. That was a good choice. Those are all definitely hostile. And look at that. There also happen to be within Hellfire range. Go here. And then go into hover. And one Hellfire, one Hellfire, one Hellfire. Ooh, ZU 23-2s. That's definitely want to stay out of range of those. Why did I target a friendly? That wasn't what I wanted to do. I hope I didn't break it. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, come in at mid altitude. And go to hover. Later. Let's get closer in. I may have broken it. Yeah, I think I may have broke that. I think that was just me doing an oops, Star Dagger. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. So what I'm going to do here is should have an autosave, but I'm going to save it just in case. And I'm going to flip over to header mode. And run it for a quick second here. Switch to Israel down to air crew. Oh, did that not? Okay, that's still got rescued, by the way. Okay. All right, so they can go RTB. Go back just to cruise. They can go RTB. And this group can go RTB. There we go. Real question is why that heal is not accelerating. Well, that's good that at least rescued. That was kind of an oops. And you can just go back up to 5 TC here. Radars can go off. Like a Tom Clancy novel, and people ask, what's that? Man, that's sad. Just finished listening to Red Storm Rising again on Audible this week. And started listening to Rainbow Six for like the 20th time. Commander, here is hourly report with successfully extracted stranded personnel. Ambush Special Forces team was rescued by Unit 669, number 912. That's good to know. Yeah, might as well go back to max speed. Alright, got another satellite pass. What's... Commander, we just received an encrypted message from our embassy in Moscow. The talks are definitely not going well. I'm shocked to say that that's a surprise. Could have swore the last time this satellite passed over, it was coming from, like, the southeast. But maybe I'm remembering a different satellite. Should get maybe another satellite pass here shortly. Well, I know there's more than one, but I thought there was only one with... I know there's more than one up, but I just thought 8 was coming from a different direction. Maybe I was looking at 9. Oh, my radar's on. Commander Amman intercepted orders from Hamas senior official to retaliate against us for the airstrike earlier with Qassam missiles. They are to deploy near Jabalia in Gaza. We should locate and destroy the launchers as soon as possible. Okay. So, what do I have ready to go right now? Let's get... Since I don't know how many, I'm going to put 2 groups of F-16s up, if I have them. And... should definitely get another drone up, if I have it ready. Let's use one of those. Launch. Might as well ready those 2. Alright, so get one of our other drones or UAVs up. I got one group of F-16s coming up now, and I'd like to get a second group up. Just a matter of where I want to do it from. I have nothing to go at Tel Aviv. Delilah AL. What's the range on that? 150 nautical miles. That's probably overkill for what I'm looking at. 35 nautical miles. That's again probably overkill. GBU 19s. That's probably overkill. Let's get a couple of Apaches up. Alright, so I'll launch 2 Apaches and 2 F-16s. Everything else I've got is SDBs and HARMs and long-range standoff munitions. Might as well arm 2 more with harms. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Paveways. Let's go with that. Not sure how many more of these smaller side things that I'm going to have to deal with, but get a couple more paveways loaded. And just go to 5. Alright, F-16s are up. Put them over Gaza. Send the Apaches. Might as well turn on their radars. Probably should just go turn on the radars on the F-16s too. They can go to loiter. UAV is up. Have that head south. Does this have... Nope, does not have a active radar. Do we have clouds? Nope, clear sky. Yeah, I keep forgetting urban cover's a thing now. I don't know what that's going up to, but just keep the drone at 12,000 feet. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get the Hermes up. Okay, why aren't there radars coming on? Oh, because it's Apache A's. That's why. They don't have longbows. Helps if I hit play. They do have longbows, Stardagger. I've just already used them. They got used for the rescue mission. Well, it is almost 1600 local here, Primarch. Unfortunately, we're almost at the end of the stream. Other UAVs are coming up. One there. And some of the other one south. Oh my god, DW Reese. Sings highway to hell. I doubt the F-16s are actually going to see anything, so we'll just have them circle. In fact, I might as well have them go to high altitude. And I'll let the Apaches and UAVs do the scouting. I'm going to go for a couple more minutes, see if we can find these missile batteries. If we can't, I'm going to end the stream. And then I will check with Slytherin this week to see if they are okay with me continuing this next week. There shouldn't be a problem, but... Oh, there we go. I think we found our target. Let's fly over with the UAVs. Sharona, just because I'm curious, is the location of these batteries random? Or do they always appear in the same location? Alright, we have a satellite pass. Where's the F-16s at? Might as well bring them in closer. I'm 90%. Oh, we got more targets. We may need more strike assets online. I don't think I'm going to have enough. Get the Hermes on station. I like the little side missions. It's a nice distraction. You can go into hover. Go to 12,000 feet. Alright. I'm pretty sure that those are our targets. So why is my Apache's not going to hover? There we go. That's better. Oh, because they needed to give a point to hover at. Okay, pretty sure that those are our targets. So. 3 missiles there. Fire. 3 missiles there. And then the F-16s fly out, fly back, and drop. Wait. Did I launch the wrong pair of F-16s? Either they already dropped their bombs, or I did. Well, I feel stupid now. I could have swore that this group had... I could have swore that that group had bombs on them. Apparently they have decoys, though. Okay, I know I have more F-16s up north. Actually, we'll just see how the Apaches do. Alright. I'm gonna need at least one more there. And I think there was 2 aim points still on that one, so fire. I had the wrong one selected. One more fire. Okay. And then take out the last one. Expend your 2. Just expend all 4. No reason to hold ammo back at this point. Alright. Okay, so Apaches are RTB now. My F-16s are RTB. I could have swore that that group had bombs, but maybe I just clicked on the wrong ones. I will leave my UAV assets over Gaza just in case. Have them all go down to loiter speed. Loiter. Alright. UAVs are all on loiter now. F-16s are RTB. Apaches are RTB. Let's check out what's going on up here. Nothing new going on to the north. And so we're about 5 minutes from game time. So I think this is a perfect time to go ahead and pause it. So we got 4 minutes left until, like I said, 4 minutes left until at least the scenario says we can expect hostilities to commence. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. And hopefully, if Slytherin says it's okay, I will go ahead and pick this up next week. If not, I will get back to this scenario after the release. So I hope everybody enjoyed this first look at Operation Broken Shield 300, the upcoming Command Live scenario. Ovar, don't say that. Ovar, do not suggest a 24-hour command stream. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This was fun. I'm enjoying this. I am definitely looking forward to getting back to this and playing some more. Sorry, I got distracted with Twitch chat there. So, and I think that's it, guys. You can follow me. I'm KushanGaming pretty much everywhere. I'm KushanGaming here on Twitch, KushanGaming on YouTube, KushanGaming on Twitter. And you can also follow Slytherin here at Slytherin Group on Twitch. And I believe they're also Slytherin Group on YouTube as well. And with that, guys, I'm out.